Alright guys, so here are some 30, 60, 90 triangles, those 3 examples from your PowerPoint. So the 30, 60, 90 definitely have different rules, right? So across from your 30, you have your base, which is S. Across from your hypotenuse, so your hypotenuse are across from the 90-degree angle, you have 2S. And across from your 60 is going to be S times the square root of 3. So this one's pretty nice because we already have our baseline. We already have S, which is what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and plug 8 in for S in my other 2 spots. So for Y is going to be 2S. So that's going to equal 2 times 8. So Y is going to be 16. Okay? So Y right here is 16. And then for X, I have S times the square root of 3. So I know that S equals 8. I know these are the same. So I'm going to take that 8 and I'm just going to plug it right in for S. So I know that X is going to equal 8 times the square root of 3. Similarly for this one, we're giving 30, 90, which means this missing angle right here is 60, which means that this side right here is S times the square root of 3. Across from my 90 is 2S, and across from my 30 is S. So with that being said, I need to find what S is. And I know that S times the square root of 3 equals 9 times the square root of 3. So this is really nice because right away I can see that S and 9 are in the same place. But if you weren't able to recognize that, if you just divide by the square root of 3 on both sides, these cancel. So you're left with S equals 9, which means my X right here is 9 because X is the same as S. So now to find, X is also 9. So now to find Y, I'm going to plug 9 in for 2S. So I'm going to get 2 times 9. So my Y is going to be 18. So Y up here is 18. So that one was pretty nice, straightforward as well. And then finally for number 3, that's a great glare, that's good. We're going to label our sides. So we know this missing angle is 30. So I have S, across from the 90 is 2S, and across from the 60 is S times the square root of 3. This one's not as nice to solve for us because 12 doesn't have the square root of 3 next to it. So we're going to have to do a little bit of math. But we know 12 is going to equal S times the square root of 3 because it's in the same spot. I'm going to divide by the square root of 3 on both sides. So then S becomes 12 divided by the square root of 3. I cannot have a radical in the denominator, so I'm going to rationalize that by multiplying the top and the bottom by the square root of 3. So that right there leaves me 12 times the square root of 3 over 9. The square root of 9 becomes 3. And you can simplify 12 and 3 to get 4 times the square root of 3. So S, we just solved for S, which is the same as X. So this right here is 4 times the square root of 3. And then my Y, we know is 2S. So it's going to become 2 times 4 times the square root of 3, which is 8 times the square root of 3. And those are the solutions to those problems.